Whispers for Daddy.
2, 1.
Jesus. Now we're back.
Welcome back, you beautiful people.
Oh, I thought she was going to say bitches.
No, I'm a classy woman.
Woman.
I am a classy
Woman.
Speaking of that, I actually want to like stop swearing more. I want to
You
come up
know,
with like weird fancy words
here's
that
the
like
thing.
old ladies say instead of swear words.
Here's
you
the
know?
thing
like,
that I feel about
fiddlesticks.
swear words and everything. Like, I think that there's definitely a time and a place for them and everything, but I am really proud of the fact that I can find different vocabulary for different swear words instead of using them, because I do think they're relevant, but
All this hogwash going on
the English
here.
language can be such a beautiful thing. And
Swear
this
words
is just
like,
another
dwindle
thing
it down.
that ties into this whole like obsession with the internet and everything like that. Like, I just think that the human race as a being has been so diluted down and so simplified that, like, if we could just get back to something like in like a more previous generation than we even know, there's a reason why like the 40s and the 50s and all these things, like, they are beautiful romantic things. Like the 20s, you guys. Oh my God.
They
Like,
weren't
there's a
saying,
lot of
this
problems.
is lit.
They are problematic for a lot of reasons, because like respect for women and like having equality and all of that stuff. Like, I'm not a feminist by any stretch of the imagination, and I will never identify with that because I think it's actually really toxic. But I think that they had some things figured out, and like, oh, it's sexy.
I think that swear words, like when you add
Microphone
swear
awareness.
words. Sorry. I think when you add swear words into your like daily sentences, I don't know. Like, I've just noticed recently as I'm trying to have a conversation with someone and I fault to a swear word rather than using like a better like dialogue, that it just, I don't know, it makes you sound, it kind of like
It
makes
lowers
them
the quality.
it lowers the quality, and sometimes it can put your intelligence into question. Like,
Yeah.
those are all the words that like you can't come up with a better word to use other than like those kinds of words. You know
Yeah,
what I
and
mean?
it's so easy to default to that because that's what we're so used to and everything. But
And that's how I feel about slang as well. There's so many
Yeah.
slang words that I cannot keep up with nowadays
I
because
feel
it's just
totally
like,
called out
Yeah.
right now.
and you know, that's fine.
and there's nothing
Like,
against it.
I think that it's fun and everything. I think that like that's one of the things that makes like generational conversations really relevant and everything. We'll get to that eventually. Teaser. Tune in next time.
I'd also like to say, I fully thought that was a baby crying and not one of Michael and
Oh
Tristan's
my
cats.
gosh, no, the cats
Crying
are.
for
the
I
cats-
thought
right
it was
now,
a baby. I
the
was
cats
like,
are losing their mind. But like
I'm
also
so
circling back to that,
confused.
that's one of the many reasons why, like, especially in like a more public forum like this is and everything, I do try and like limit the like more vulgar vocabulary that we could use and everything. I do try and like challenge myself to use words that are more acceptable, if you will, or more like palatable, if you will. Because I like big words. I'm a book girl. I like that kind of stuff that's exciting to me. But also, like, I want to present myself in a way where I am a woman of quality and substance.
Exactly.
Sorry. What?
Hey,
I'm trying to
Melissa.
be quiet so Beth can get done with her spiel here.
Thank you. You really have come a long way this season.
oh,
Bitch. And there it goes.
The backhanded compliment. I love it. I love it.
I don't
I'm
even,
sorry.
sometimes I don't even realize
I
I'm doing it, honestly.
know.
And I like say things sometimes like that. And I'm like, oh, I just went there. I hope they don't hate me. Oops.
I love it.
Oopsies.
At the same time,
Love
it
you.
terrifies me, but I love it. It's just,
Let's just hope that you're never on the wrong end of it.
I really wanted to sing a song and
I'd
be
pray
a
for
Beth,
that
but
every
I
day.
can't. But I'm thinking of the song by Ariana Grande. I am not a woman. I'm a god.
That's Halsey.
Oh shit! You better bleep that. Please bleep that.
But also,
I totally thought
You're
she was
right,
talking
it
about
is
but
God as
Halsey.
a
also
woman.
that's the vibe. And if you guys haven't heard that song before, like, please take a minute to pause this and go and listen. Or like when you're done watching the episode, please take a minute or 5 to listen to that.
You better
I
edit
just
that,
got
Tristan.
that-
I
I
swear
just
to fuck, I
added-
hate you so much.
I just added that vinyl to my collection, and you guys, I love that the vinyl thing is like back and that is relevant again, because like, oh my god, I want to like get dressed up. And I will say that like one of my things that I love so much about music is that you can just totally dial in to the whole vibe and the aesthetic and everything. And with vinyls, for instance, you can start it up, and it's such like a classic, like old school sound and everything. And you get like the crackles and that ambiance to it and everything. And you can just like sit there and like sip on your wine or your coffee or whatever and just like transport yourself into another dimension. And you know, I was on Amazon not too long ago shopping for vinyls because I am that girl now. I am a vinyl girl. Amazon has it all.
Actually, I've done the
If
same
you
thing. I
guys-
need to get a record player
you
first,
do,
but
you
you
do.
can find anything
You
on
have to.
there.
You do. If you guys haven't taken a minute to thank Jeff Bezos and use Amazon, I would love to take this moment to encourage you to visit whispersfordaddy.com and use our Amazon affiliate link to go ahead and do some of your shopping and look for some records and look for a player and everything, so you can experience too the ambiance that is listening to music in one of the most beautiful classic ways possible, and it will transport you into a whole nother vibe.
I was gonna say a new world, but
We do
A
not
whole new.
listen.
wait, stop!
No.
Can't do that.
No,
Can't do that.
Sorry.
Do not come for my brand.
I'm sorry.
Not today.
Why did
Not
I get
today.
muted?
I muted everyone.
Oh.
They
all
did
of y'all.
because that's like the first
Not
time I've
today.
ever been
Because
muted
if
here.
Beth can't
If
sing,
anybody
you
is going
guys
to be
can't
human
sing.
iPod, I am going to be human iPod, and you guys will not come for that. I called dibs hard.
I
She
usually
goes
don't
ham.
do that. I don't know what came out of me. I think
Do
it was.
not
I
even.
think
I
it was
have been-
Brie, but
I
I
will
didn't even
say,
say-
I have intentionally been so good about it.
She
I've
really
had, like,
has.
10
You
different
know
references
what?
that I could have made in this episode alone.
Can I just say something? You've come a long way with that.
Thank you.
Oh, why are you gonna?
I would like to thank my parents for teaching me self-restraint. I would like to thank my friends here at Whispers for Daddy for giving me the opportunity to learn
this a
and
funeral?
grow as a woman. I am accepting my
Oh.
Grammy.
Oh,
my
sorry.
Oscar moment.
this is a funeral.
Okay, so long story short,
This has been a long story.
whispersfordaddy.com. Use the Amazon affiliate link that helps us help you by providing quality content.
I know this isn't about records, but you literally can find anything on Amazon.
You literally can.
Because I have delivering to me tomorrow, and it better fucking fit me, Amazon.
Ooh, ooh. Coming for
which
Jeff
I'm
Bezos.
sure it
Lead
will
up.
because I read the
lead
reviews
up on
before.
this, you guys.
I read the reviews before I bought it because I'm not a dumb hoe. Anyway,
Truth.
that's with any website.
That's with anything.
But it's it's a full on like dinosaur mask for my music festival, and I can't wait. I'm
to
so
see-
excited.
We're gonna need you to
I
like
need
send us
pictures.
pictures so we
Yes.
can make sure to include this on like the extra content
Yes.
side of things.
If this
'cause
is how I
gonna
get
be
featured
beautiful.
onto it, then
Yeah.
it's delivered tomorrow,
This
and
has to
that's
come.
like the
Excited
first
for
thing I'm
this.
doing as soon as I come into contact with my package is I'm putting it on my fucking head.
I can't wait for this moment.
It's a full on dinosaur. It's
In the
so
words
beautiful.
of Michael, I am excited for this journey.
I can't
I
wait.
would-
I'm excited. It better
Yeah.
fit my fat head. I'm-
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
I would
Also, okay, unrelated. I'm sorry for interrupting, but hat sizing. Bullshit.
What is it?
Hat sizing.
Oh,
I don't
Meh.
even pay attention.
floor
I
is yours,
forget that
Tatum.
there's fucking.
I would like to add that I just recently got an Amazon package. It was for these ice cube trays. Spear nice ice cubes.
Yes.
Everybody was fucking making fun of me for ordering it. Like just teasing me like, "Oh, did you really need that?" I was like, "It's $15. It's on Amazon."
Was it the
Everybody
TikTok
loves
ones?
Amazon. Yes, it is the TikTok ones.
Yes.
And I'm literally
they're balls.
they're little
Yeah.
balls.
Oh.
They're amazing.
So
I
they're-
love them.
Tatum,
They
is
are.
it the
And-
ones where you like?
Like you close it down. and
Yeah,
water's
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
you
kind of
close
cool.
it down and it fills up and everything. I watched a TikTok the other day about how someone filled it with iced coffee.
Mhm.
Game changer, you guys.
But
Coffee snob.
Yeah, that's like a whole nother thing.
Do we have
You
coffee
guys-
on right now?
Do we? Because I would like
It's
a
probably
coffee.
burnt. It's probably
Yeah.
so old.
Yes,
Cool
and
beans.
burnt.
please, please.
Look at us.
Cool.
Me
So here on Whispers for Daddy, we also believe in coffee service.
Well, as
Coffee,
a,
please,
Can I
sir.
also add really
And-
quick? I hope everyone ate because Michael has been eating everything
Oh
that's
my
on that
God.
table over there.
Is that-
That's okay.
Does that?
It's like I
shock
can't talk,
anyone?
so
Nope,
I
it
must
doesn't.
shove
That
my
does not
face.
shock me.
So
Love you long
No.
time.
I would like to finish my story.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Tatum. I'm
But-
so sorry.
They were all making fun of me. And then, of course, I get it. I fill it with ice cubes. All these fucking hoes over here on this couch keep stealing them. Keep stealing them. And they're like, oh, it's great. I was like, oh, well, too bad you don't get access to them anymore because you were making fun of me. I don't care.
I didn't make fun of you. I literally thought it was fucking
Well,
an
the
awesome
girls are
idea.
fighting.
Mainly Arienne and her boyfriend.
The
Did you
children are
really
fighting.
need that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yes,
need it.
I did.
I did need it.
Makes me whole as a person. You know, you gotta do the
Is-
little things
it's
for
just-
yourself.
It
Yeah.
brought me joy, and I'm very happy about
Can
it.
I
Don't
just
ever let
say-
anybody give you crap for the things that make your heart feel full.
Especially if it was only $15. Goddamn, because you know you're
Honestly,
worth more than that.
it
Huh?
came-
People that
It
say
was
that
the-
money can't buy happiness have never been on Amazon. Truthfully.
I can't even go on Amazon because there's just too much. I'm like, I
But-
want it all.
I
It
just
was-
get books.
It was literally 2 ice cube trays, a little container to like fill it up with ice, a little scooper for him, and also like the tongs that pick them, a scooper and little metal tongs to pick them
all
up
excited about
individually.
Wait, you
the
got all that for
scooper.
15?
For 14 or
sorry.
$15.
I'm sorry.
I will send you a link.
And I bet you.
I will do it right now.
I bet you it was
I'm
a
not even
cute. I bet
kidding.
you it was cute too. I can't.
It's pink. You can get it in pink, blue, green.
I was gonna say there's probably color
Yes.
options.
I feel inadequate on this
I can't.
conversation
My
at the
phone.
moment.
I
That's
officially
cool.
on the line of coffee snobbery too because like I am so excited for this. I'm gonna buy it probably tonight.
On
that-
Amazon?
Yes, on Amazon. I'm gonna use the link. But like I have officially become that person that buys like the flavored syrups and the pumps. And when I get my own place, I am going to have my own like little coffee bar where I am
Absolutely.
that
That's
girl
the
on
goal.
TikTok where I'm refilling the things and I'm like labeling it and I'm doing the different flavor combinations every morning. Because you know what? Honestly,
shit's
She
up-
does it so elegantly.
So
when she
satisfying to
talks.
watch.
here's the thing, you guys. Not only does this tie into coffee, but this is also tying into like starting your day off right. If you're a coffee person and you just like go for it and you drink black coffee or like you just kind of throw whatever together, I don't trust you. If you do not start your day off right with a coffee made exactly the way you like it and you just freeball it and you say, here we go, let's see how the day goes. I can't. Like you have to start your day with the things that give you the most joy. And if it's not a good coffee that you don't pay $6 or $7 for, then what are you doing?
I had to stop
pussy
going to
cup.
Starbucks, or not to bring up work, but I had to actually stop going there for a while because I would get what I fucking wanted and I'd pay them that fucking overpriced goddamn money, even with the discount. Fuck that shit. Anyway, and it would just
Talking
taste
so ladylike.
It was. I'm sorry. I'm mad. We're talking about coffee here. We're talking about my
Listen.
coffee here at this
The
point.
adults are talking about very important things.
Oh.
And I would sit there and pay $6 and tip them to get the coffee and just rancid.
You know what?
Rancid.
All I will say on that line of thought is it's been rough.
It depends on who's back there. Go to your local coffee shops, by the way.
Hold.
Amazing.
And we're live. Welcome back, everybody. We needed a little unplanned break for some coffee. Because, you know, mommy is about to spill some tea. On the whole line of men not being shit.
You could have spilt the coffee beans.
We are spilling the coffee beans, and that I take very seriously because I am a coffee connoisseur.
I thought she was going to say something else.
Yeah, I know. We know.
I'm a coffee whore.
So,
You're
Same.
welcome.
something that I have felt very passionately about in the last, like, 4 to 6 months, we'll say. I'm really, like, one of the things that I'm thankful for with my, like, failed marriage is that I didn't have to grow up in my 20s in the dating world. But now, being in my 30s, entering into it, it is depressing out there.
You're in your prime sexual,
Actually,
like,
yeah.
No, I am
high
in my
right
prime
now.
in a lot of different ways. I am not going to disagree with you.
Dirty
Like,
30s.
I am loving life, and like this zone that I'm in right now, like I'm here for it. I love it. Life is good. But you know, the thing that kills me, it kills me. Men, I can't even call them men. Guys that say they want to invest in you and they want to like give you the world, and they want to ask you out and take you out and like show you the beautiful things in life, but they can't do it unless they've been drinking or they're under the influence or they have like ulterior things that are helping guide them. Guys,
you're talking to the right woman here right now.
That can't show action without some assistance. Like, this is so great that you want to come in and tell me how you could be such a good compliment to my life, and you could like show me this beautiful side to the world, and you want to take me out, and you want to appreciate how incredible of a woman I am, because like, thank you. Yes, I am an incredible woman, and I would bring such a high quality to your life and bring you to a whole nother caliber of life, because I bring that to the table, and I know that, and that's cool. Thank you for acknowledging that. But if you can't come to me and even say that, like, oh, I want to take you on a date, I want to take you out to dinner, I want to take you to coffee, without drinking and like sitting there at the bar and saying all of this stuff after you've had like some shots and stuff, like, be a man and come to me in your right mind and say that to me, and I will take you so much more seriously. I will respect you so much more, and I will match that energy so much more. But when you come to me and tell me all of this stuff when you feel brave because of what you've ingested, no, that means nothing to me. That means that I am that high caliber person, and I am that high quality person, and you recognize that, and you can't come to the table without help. If you can't meet me toe for toe without any assistance, then like sit down.
You'll like reevaluate yourself at that point.
Yeah, you need to take a look at your life.
But there's a lot of fucking people in the world that do that.
Because if you can't even be comfortable enough with yourself, the way that I am comfortable enough with myself, and like say like I'm meeting you at this level, like I will say that I am of the belief, and I always will be, that the woman and the man have very specific things that they are designed for. And I do believe to a certain extent that women are designed to be the support and the follower and not like the lead in a relationship. I do believe that men are meant to be that alpha dominant personality in a relationship, and they are meant to take on that role. And that's not to say that women don't take on their own aspects of that. Like, that's a whole different thing. But if you can't be comfortable in that, don't come to me. Figure your own stuff out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you needed to let that out.
I have felt this way for so long, and this last year has just been confirmation on this. And I just can't. I can't handle men sometimes.
You took the words out of my mouth, honestly.
They're cowards sometimes. They're
Very much.
Cowards. And if you can't get past your own fear, and you can't say, like, I'm afraid, I am intimidated, not even afraid, I am intimidated, and I am challenged by what this person brings to the table to me, and I'm going to get past it, then, like, just sit down. Just sit down. Because really, at the end of the day, I may be this strong, confident woman, and I may be intimidating, and I may be a challenge to you, but meet that challenge. You know?
No, I've, like, you're talking to the right bitch here, for real, because I've literally been I dealt with that in my last relationship a lot. And it was at the point where I was, like, even where it was, like, you can be honest with me. Like, just tell me, like, the things that you need to tell me, and like, we don't even have to be together. Like, you just have to be honest. And they can't do it. They physically cannot do it. Like, something in their brain, like, they have to come up with like, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but like, a lot of the people that I've dealt with is they come up with another lie to like save themselves or make themselves feel better. And I'm like, how does that work in the end? You're putting more work into coming up with all of these stories and whatever to make yourself feel better. And like, how do you live with yourself? Like, how do you go
How do you
at
sleep
night?
at night?
Exactly. Like, how do you, like, because I mean, especially as a woman, especially at night, I'm going over like what I did wrong through the day. Like, exactly. I'm like, what could I have done better? What could I, like what do I need to improve on? Like, I suffer with that a lot, especially like in my, like,
I would challenge
down
you to change
moments.
the mindset really quick. Like, side note, you don't struggle with it. You aren't challenged with it. You are growing.
Yeah,
with it.
and I did say the wrong words, but yeah,
okay.
it's a growing phase, you know. But I feel like a lot of the men that I've surrounded myself, at least, and a couple of females too, they just like they don't. They just kind of like, I don't know, like
I really do think that it shows your lack of confidence.
they
and your
shield
lack
themselves
of
from it in
self-assurance.
some way.
Like, I think that it also like dives into the whole idea that like people struggle with the idea of being secure in themselves before they can give their best effort and their best foot forward. Like, this is, you know what, you guys,
They're dying over there.
I am giving you guys so much insight into the world and so much.
I'm very sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't think I've ever gotten 2 words into this whole
Me
segment.
either.
Damn.
It's okay. You know,
But,
I've
you
just
know,
been,
it's
like,
going on to this topic, though, that me and Thaddeus actually had this huge
Fucking
debate in the... Yeah, fuck Thaddeus.
yes.
Fuck you,
I
Thad.
like that you
Fuck
use the
off,
word
Thaddeus.
debate.
Do we have a fuck you, Thad
He just did
sound?
it.
He just did it.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, do it again.
Fuck off, Thaddeus. There you go.
There you go.
I love it. Play it one more time. Fuck off, Thaddeus.
It uses her voice.
That's
I love
me.
it.
Me and Thaddeus were talking about just men and why they just divert the question or just scenarios in general. And Thaddeus's response to that, who was in the back office with me? I swear someone else was. Okay, what was Thaddeus' response to that? That they don't want to cause more problems or they don't want to answer the question or some shit?
He said it was like, he's like, I'm just going to go the easiest route and avoid.
Fuck
Yeah.
them. Fuck
And then you
that.
get yourself into more trouble by doing that. I tried
And
explaining
that's
that to my
what I'm
ex-boyfriend.
saying.
I tried to have like a civil, like the last like civil conversation I tried to have with him. I was just like, why do you find the need to like continue lying? Like, what is it inside? And he's like, well, I wasn't trying to lie. I was just not sharing things with you because I didn't want to overcomplicate things. And I'm like, but by you hiding things, you have now overcomplicated things. Like, look where you and I are standing
Right.
now versus where we were
100%.
standing
Whole
a
idea of,
couple
like,
months ago
An
or like
omission of the truth
before.
isn't necessarily a lie, but it's not being completely honest and
And that's
genuine.
what a lot of people are not understanding. Like, you keep, like, especially in a relation, like an intimate relationship, like with the couple, like if you have set boundaries, which I usually set boundaries in my relationship, like, hey, you and me, we tell each other like what's going on. If you don't want just me, then you need to communicate that with me, and we need to move the fuck on, basically. And them just like, I don't know, they don't understand that. Like, they can't be fucking
And
honest.
if they do understand that, why is
They
it
still-
so complicated just
trying to get you in,
speak
Tatum.
it?
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Tatum.
No, I was just gonna say that I can really relate to this because this one girl, she was like, Erienne knows who she is. She was my best friend at the time, and straight up, I was like, she would go through all of this stuff and she wouldn't tell anybody and everything, and like she would just get angry, and this is what eventually ended our friendship. Like, she's my best friend. I would just like, it was the friend that you could just show up to her house and be like, oh yeah, I've just been here for like an hour just chilling in your bed type thing. And it ended our friendship because she would like go through like a depressive episode or like just be going through something and not say anything. And when I finally spoke up and was like, why don't you say anything? Like, how am I supposed to know that you're going through this stuff if you don't speak up about it? Like, I get there's like a whole thing about it and everything, but like, you can't get mad at me and yell and scream and call me things and be like, you should just know, when it's in your head and I can't read your mind. Like, no, this is not okay. And then she just, after I said, how am I supposed to know that, and like tell her like, you need to speak up, like, I'm not going to hate on you, I'm not going to say anything, I'll be here for you and all that stuff. She literally said, and I was like, I just want to be your friend, like, I don't want this to happen. And she sent me she just sent back like, what if I don't want to be friends anymore?
Ooh.
And I literally didn't reply, deleted her number and everything.
Well,
and
then yeah, stop trying to be
I was
there
like,
for her,
You have
because
to
at that
use
point
your
you're
big
just
girl
trying, you're
words
just
if
being
you're gonna
caring. And
have
I'm glad
big girl
that
conversation.
I'm glad that she mentioned the friendship rather than a relationship, because
Yeah.
it comes in those aspects too. It's not just intimate relationships. Like,
Yeah.
especially in friends, like, you can have those bad days and just be like, hey, not all there, just communicate that.
Yeah.
And you should especially be
Yeah.
comfortable to do that with
Yeah.
friends.
like, I blocked her number for a while, but like, it was just her phone number and everything. So, and I was like, I just can't deal with this right now. I have no idea what she's going through. She won't tell me about it so I can understand what she's going through. And I was like, I just need a break from her.
You can only
it was,
put
like,
so much of yourself
yeah,
into someone else.
And she wasn't a good friend at the time, but like I posted something on Instagram. I think it was when I got my first tattoo, and then she like DM'd me on Instagram and was like, "Oh, I know that shit hurt," or something like that. And I was like, me and my best friend, my like new best friend, this girl's my ride or die. We both were like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now?" Freaking out. And now it was good that she texted me. She told me like I've been dating someone, like everything's good. Like I'm like, I can't be your friend. I honestly cannot be your friend. I can be your acquaintance. I'll talk to you. I'll speak with you. Like I can't get deep with you anymore.
No.
Like
Yeah.
I don't want to be the person that you just take advantage
Exactly.
of.
Set
Like,
yourself
I can't-
those
I can't-
boundaries, basically.
I can't do that. I didn't say it, but I did say like, this isn't gonna be the way it was.
And they
It
don't
will
realize how
never
much
be.
that
It
hurts
never
you.
will be,
Like
yeah.
you are setting these boundaries,
Yeah.
but like, just like it's not always something that person would want. You know, it's just
Yeah.
you're thinking of yourself though, and you're putting yourself first. And it's
Yeah.
like I
And-
can't invest myself into you that much.
And I was always that person. I would like myself. I always put myself last when it came to
and
other
that's
people,
unhealthy.
and it's very unhealthy. And I didn't realize that until I started telling like my mom, my dad, my sister, all of this stuff, and they're like, "That's not good." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "She doesn't get to treat you like that. She doesn't get to say that to you. She doesn't get to do that stuff." And I'm like, "Really?"
Friend,
So-
family,
like, I just-
relationship.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
So speaking on that of advice that I would give myself, since we're going to talk about this,
So
giving ourselves advices when we're 18, that's one of the things I would say is making sure that I'm okay versus other people sometimes, and knowing when to just
I
leave
can
it.
give myself advice
It-
from last year. I'd just be like,
Yeah.
think with your head. Like just put put yourself forward. Like
yeah.
you have to constantly be thinking about yourself, because once you're not putting yourself first, and like that doesn't mean in a selfish way at all.
Oh, absolutely not.
At
No.
all.
There's a
Like-
time and a place where you can take care of other people, but at the end of the day, it's going to be you versus you out there no matter
Exactly.
what.
And it sucks saying that, but
It
like
does.
you like that's like who are you gonna have at the end of the day? Nobody but yourself.
but myself.
You don't know what the other person's thinking.
No.
You don't know what
You
Yeah.
can't control, and that's the thing with people too, though. You just can't control people.
no.
I mean, you have this,
You have to
and this
lose
is another
that grip
thing.
and that expectation.
the expectations
And
is exactly what I was going to go
I
to.
struggle with that a lot
Me
with the
too.
expectations. I
Yep.
do it with myself. I do it with
Mhm.
other, like it's a huge,
You can't
huge
have
flaw that I struggle with.
Yeah, you cannot have expectations about something, because if it goes wrong, it just goes to shit after that. Like,
And you did
should
that to
never.
yourself,
And
basically,
yes.
because you set that thought up in your head that it was going to go a certain way, and
Yep.
now that it's not going that certain way,
And now you're miserable.
exactly.
Mhm.
And it doesn't even mean that it didn't go the way you wanted is necessarily a bad way. Like,
Right.
it's just, like, I believe that a lot of things in this world are meant to happen.
Well,
I'm not saying everything, but
everything
a lot,
happens
like,
for a reason.
exactly.
So
A lot of, like, people say this is a coincidence, but I'm kind of, like, trying to get out of, this is a coincidence. I'm like, oh, this is, like, the universe is, like, out of anything that could happen in this universe, it's setting us up into this time right now. Like,
oh, you don't want to get into this shit with me.
I know,
you're
it's
exactly
a whole
in the
thing.
moment that you need to be because of the circumstances that you have lived through, and whether that means that you're in this circumstance because of growth or because you are facilitating growth and change for someone else, like there's a reason.
And it's all
There's a-
about how you build from that is
Yeah.
on you. Like, you put yourself
Right.
there.
You may
Like,
you
there
may
are
have
certain
been put
things that
into the
are coming into
circumstance,
your
but the way
life.
that you react and the way that you course correct after that, that's what matters.
Exactly.
Can I also backtrack just a little bit about this whole if I'm in a relationship with somebody, actually this is friendship as well. This just goes for any relationship that I ever have. I'm never going to be in front of and or behind somebody. I'm side by side with that person.
Oh, for
100%. And I mean, if there's a time where, hey, you purposely have to step back, cool. If there's a time where I have to step forward, cool. But at the end of the day, I want to be on an even plane with whoever the fuck I am around. Because no one is beneath me and no one is above me.
It's that thing where, like, I can't explain it very well, but, like, and this does go for, like, any type of relationship.
Mhm.
Like, you should be putting, I don't know, like, if someone's not putting in, like, you should be putting in the same amount of effort, I guess.
100%.
But it comes to times like, you know, with like in a relationship, especially like someone is struggling and they can't put in that effort. But as long as they're like holding themselves like accountable for that and, you know, being honest, there are times where you know, have to put in that extra little step. But it's all about how that's being handled.
Right.
If it's worth it or not, basically.
Correct.
And that gets confused a lot of the times, because especially with people that like giving.
Right.
Like you mentioned, like giving people, like, I don't know, giving yourself up to people.
Right. There was something else I was going to say and now I lost it. Oh, I don't remember now.
Well, I was going to jump back to like what the advice of I would give my 18-year-old self, and this is just from 2 years ago, is ties in with the expectations. Like, I wish at 18 I spent more time putting effort into the expectations I wanted to set for myself and doing things that I wanted to do and that I enjoyed, rather than trying to live out society's and my like community's expectations of what I should be doing at 18.
Right.
Because I feel like I've wasted so much time on things I didn't care about at all.
I feel like that way about work sometimes.
Can I just say, like, even to like the smallest note of like, I can't tell you guys how much guilt I feel every single morning when I wake up, because like the job that I have right now requires me to be working like anywhere between like 9 to 11 as a start time until like, let's say like 6 to 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Like, my hours fluctuate so much because of the responsibilities that I have taken on. And I'm good with that. Like, I can handle it. I am capable. I'm doing a great job with it despite circumstances in it. But every morning when I wake up, because of all of society's expectations and things that, even if it's not expectations of myself, that things that I assume are expected of me, I wake up every day and I say to myself, why didn't you wake up earlier? Why didn't you start your day earlier? Why didn't you do this, this, and that? Why are you allowing yourself to be lazy? Why are you letting yourself be slow with this? Why? When really what I should be saying is like, you know, you've been working really hard, and like, I'm so proud of myself for giving myself the time to recharge and reset. And I'm so proud of myself for understanding the boundary between my personal life and my work life. And I'm so proud of the fact that I have balance.
You shouldn't be setting
Because
yourself to that high of a standard.
I know I shouldn't be, but I do, because that's who I am as a person.
Yeah.
And like the position that I'm in the professional world and everything, like, so much is expected. But like, just being able, and this is stuff that I preach to the people that I lead every single day, but I can't follow my own advice. Like, why am I so hard on myself? Why am I so damn hard on myself that like I am never enough for me in that professional environment? And then it trickles in to like my personal side of things. Like, hey, if you were a better mom, you would wake up at this hour instead of this hour. If you were a better mom, if you were a better woman to yourself, you would do this, this, and this to start your day, instead of like hanging out and like doing this, that, and whatever. Like, you would do all of this. So like, I feel that even now at 31 years old, like, I wish that it was easier to say, you know, society, you know, world, no, I see what you're saying to me and I reject that, because I am doing a damn good job and I am thriving and I am setting a great example, and I don't need you to tell me how I'm doing it wrong, because I'm doing great.
You know, you know what you could do, Beth? This is what I used to do, or I still do it sometimes, but like when I'm having like a bad day or like just feel negative or anything like that, I had like a gratitude tracker, like gratitude journal. It's just where you can either write down one thing that you're thankful for the day, or what you're grateful for once a day, or you just fill up like a whole page, like, I'm grateful that I got to hang out with this person, I'm grateful for this person because I'm happy, I'm grateful for myself because I did this, and you just do it. Like, I've seen people who fill up pages and pages, like kind of like a manifest journal type thing.
Yeah.
But like, I did it because it's just like I would write down like the highlight of my day, what I'm grateful for that day, and like fill out all sorts of things. And it was like a bullet journal, so I like had like trackers and stuff like that, but I did it myself, and I would have it set at like 9:30 every day, like 9:30 p.m. So I would like go through my day and everything, and I would also, like, I had, like, one that was for everything, and then I had a separate one that was, like, my gratitude, like, just for writing down what I'm grateful for. And it would build your confidence, and it would kind of help with, like, the negative thoughts or, like, the bad day.
Well, it's therapeutic in a sense, I think.
Yeah. You know,
I was actually going to say
I
my
laugh.
therapist suggested doing something very similar to that, so I'm glad that you mentioned doing that. The only reason I
chuckle about it is that, like, going along the whole lines of, like, I give this advice to other people, but I am the worst at accepting my own advice and my own ideas and everything. I daily, in my managerial and leadership role that I currently have, that's a conversation I have with my team daily. Like, hey, I understand that you're struggling right now, but, like, what's something positive that happened? What's something good that happened that can brighten your day? And, you know, I struggle with it even as, like, such a positive person. And I don't know, it makes me laugh because, you know,
you have to constantly remind yourself, even being positive as a person. Like, I've noticed that, like, because I never used to be a positive person. I used to, like, be more on the pessimistic side even, like, a couple years ago. And just recently, like, even going through the stuff that I'm going through, like, yeah, I'm like, it sucks and whatever, I feel this way. But I'm like, I'm also, like, I'm fine. You know, being grateful for the things I have. Like, I'm still waking up every day. I'm able to go to work. Like, I'm making good money. You know, I'm walking, I'm talking. I have a normal functioning life. Like,
we finally interacted without me sobbing.
We did. We did. I saw, it was yesterday, I saw her and she was glowing, and I said, I had to ask, I was like, you're not crying, right?
It finally happened, you guys. I'm so proud.
Wow. I don't want to tell you what I was going out to do, but
it's okay. It's okay.
I came in and I passed Beth on the way, and I'm just like, I'm so glad she's not fucking.
Finally.
That day will forever, that one instance will forever haunt me, because I do not remember reacting that way, and I feel like such a
I feel like that was a core memory on my end of thing.
I feel like I could have been nicer.
It's all good. It was great.
My initial reaction to people was, like, more pushy-offy, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just not trying to, like, be overly, like, I'm just like, wow, you look like you've had a rough day today. You know,
like
it's
shit.
like we work at, like, you know, like, we're it sucks. Like, sorry, yeah, thank you for the editing.
We're just giving Podcast God some job security.
Sorry, I'm just like, we work at the same place, you know, it sucks here, like, we're all on the same vibe, and then, like, she's just not having a good day.
To put it lightly. Like, this is why I love
this
you.
Is why you have to think about how you approach people and what they're going through, because you don't know, like, I don't know, like, put that, like, you don't know what people are going through on their daily basis, so, like, don't give them a harder time. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to live by recently, especially with that instance. So thank you for that. Try to just, I don't know. The positivity really does work for people.
Another thing is, don't be so hard on yourself. A lot of people struggle with that.
It's true.
It's like, why be hard on yourself when, you know, you're trying your best that you can in the moment.
I was gonna say the
No
world
matter
is
what.
already giving you a hard enough time.
No matter what, not everyone is going to be satisfied. There's going to be someone that's going to have a complaint about what is going on. No matter what, there's too many opinions and mindsets out in the world that you're not going to satisfy everyone.
Exactly.
And it's hard to keep reminding yourself that, but it's also true. It's very true.
I'm not going to sing the song because I know that's not allowed. But you guys know the Disney movie Encanto that's, like, popular now, right?
Yeah.
I haven't finished it.
So the song in there called Under Pressure. I am that person. Like, this is the Pisces in me coming out right now.
No, I'm sorry. She said
music so much that, like, literally from the moment I heard that song Under Pressure, that has been my life. So hard. And if you listen to it and you really, really listen to it, like, not just, like, vibing to it and everything, but if you actually listen to the words.
Listen to the words.
I know it's Disney and I know it's silly and I know it's, like, frou-frou fluffy and whatever, but, like, that hits.
She says
hard.
I'm not hating on the Disney part at all.
I love Disney.
I'm not hating on Disney whatsoever, as much as I'm not a big fan of Disney. I don't like to hate on it. The thing that I cannot get and I know that there are so many words in this in this language that we could be using. And I know
We've
that
been
there
talking
are,
about language
I
all
know
day.
that there are
People are throwing out the F
many
bombs.
songs out in the world, but when you say Under Pressure, that is not the song I am thinking
Nope,
of.
I'm
and
thinking of the
I
other
will
song.
Queen.
never think of it.
Yeah.
I know
And
you're probably thinking of Queen, and
always.
that's fine. But like, I normally would think that way too, because like Queen is like, yes,
Life.
thank you, love them.
Love
It's
them.
the only vinyl that I own. I don't
But
own
listen,
a record player, but I
Katie,
own the
seriously, after we're
Bohemian
done-
Rhapsody vinyl.
After we're done with this one, I'm gonna play this song for you, and you might hate it, but it's fine. I'm
I
gonna
probably
make
won't
you sit
hate
through
it, but I hate the name of it
It's
already.
okay. I get it. I understand.
I hate the name. The song's probably great.
It was like super popular. It was on like the radio and stuff like
It
that.
was.
It was like it was like number one.
Wait,
at
have
one
you actually
point.
listened to the words? Are we sure it's
number
not a
2.
reboot of Underprint? I'm just
I am pretty
like
sure.
it's a whole new song, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a whole new
Yes.
song, just like that
I'm
was a
just
whole new
mad.
world.
When you said Encanto, I fully thought of the other one. What is it called? It's oh my gosh,
I'm not gonna lie.
Coco. I totally thought of the
Oh,
movie
I was
Coco
gonna say,
when
I'm
she
not
was
gonna lie.
talking about.
Really, the one song
I
that
was
we've just
thinking
been
about
talking about is the
Umpo
only one
Coco.
that I actually know.
I'm not the only.
because it hit so hard.
I thought that the same thing.
I was like Encanto, and I started singing the Un Poco Loco song in my
my
head
God.
from that movie. I was like,
Also, I think I just found a loophole to the whole human iPod thing. I can talk about the music without singing it.
Yes.
And we're good.
Look at
Light
you.
bulb. We call that
Light bulb, please, above her head right
we
now.
call that growth.
One more
Oh.
time.
I
So,
bet.
what was
I
your-
bet that we could buy that on Amazon.
Speaking of lights,
Oh.
we have matching lamps. The lamp that you guys probably aren't using in your guest bathroom, I have the same exact lamp, and I just wanted to mention that at some point today because it's a little touch lamp, and they're so nice.
Oh no, that's the only light that works.
I
Ask
love
me how I
it.
know.
Tristan, it's so I don't know what it is, but it's like kind of classy and like it's a little like I want a little touch lamp.
I literally like
I
did
don't
the light switch like 20 times before. I was like, I need help. I don't know what's going on. This is broken.
That's
It's not working. What's going on? And Tristan goes, touch the brass. I can't see the brass to touch the brass. How am I supposed to turn the light on if I don't know where it's located?
I have the exact
Come on.
same
Set me up for
lamp.
success here.
All
I have the
malarkey
exact same
going on
lamp.
here.
I might. You want a matching lamp? I
I
can
wish
give you
I
a
knew
matching
that.
lamp. I'll give
okay,
it to
but
you.
does it come in pewter silver?
It's the
'Cause
same
actually,
exact lamp that they
I
have
don't
in there.
Podcast
actually.
God says yes.
Okay, put that on your list for Amazon, please.
Did you get? Is that where you got it from?
But like also like side note, the aesthetic that I'm going for in life always and forever is like cool tone metals, gray, black, white with like pops of color here and there. So like I can't do bronze. I have to do silver or pewter or like my
Well, if you like
favorite,
that lamp, I have
brushed
the exact same
gunmetal.
one.
Like dark gunmetal gray. You guys like
I'm glad that you have a vision.
I really
Keep
want
that.
I really want some of those lamps that you just not like lamps, but just lights where you can just clap.
Oh my
And they
god.
turn
yes.
The
I
clap
I
on,
wanna
clap
do
off
that.
lamp.
Ever since I saw The
really
Sweet
like
Life
it.
of Zach and
you're like,
Cody.
oh my god, I forgot to turn the light
think-
off.
No,
Oh,
I
Clap on,
found out about
light
those
bulb.
Clap
from
off.
Full House.
Okay.
Kimmy
Yep, you're right. That
from
one
Kimmy,
too. Yep.
'cause she
Clap
literally just
I forgot about
So
that.
So
one.
what's
That-
the,
that
what's,
too.
what's this topic we're talking about next?
the last one that we were on was advice to your 18-year-old self.
Okay, that was the last one.
So that was the last one. Hang
I
on.
have no advice.
So I feel like honestly, like that one tied so much together that I had prepared for today. Like my notes for today were, what is one of the biggest lessons that you've learned in life, either from a romantic relationship or from a significant friendship, or kind of tying this together, what's one of your biggest regrets you have in life and why is it a regret?
We already kind of went over this
And
one.
yeah, I
It's
feel like
putting
this
yourself.
kind of just happened
Yeah.
without needing a lead in and everything.
Yeah.
And I would just like to add to that one lesson that I've gone through a lot of learning and growing in this last like 2 years. And the biggest thing that I would say for like the collective, if something in the back of your head is telling you that this is a red flag, listen to that. If something is telling you that something is off, listen.
It's usually
I can't
right.
tell you,
Instincts are pretty
I
accurate.
cannot
98%
tell
of the
you
time.
the number of times that like I think of all the times that like my most significant relationship that just ended, that person and I had conversations over and over and over again where they would say things to me and then I would reference back and say, oh, well, when you were talking about XYZ things, and they would turn around and say, I never said that. I never talked about that. I never talked, you made that up. Like, the amount of times that I was gaslit into thinking that I was just crazy, imagining these conversations just for one instance. Like, I to this day will like reference the smallest of things with people, and it doesn't even matter. Like asking like, hey, well, this thing that you mentioned 2 days ago, I'm following up on this because I want to find out and I want to like act on this, or I want to like confirm what I talked about with you.
It's now implemented into your everyday life because of that.
The highest level of anxiety, just like waiting for someone to tell me, I never said that, or you interpreted that wrong. You are remembering that wrong. You're putting words into my mouth. Like, listen to your gut. Because honestly, like, you are so much more intelligent and self-aware than you give yourself credit for in your life.
So remember what I was going to say now that I lost
it a long time ago. The Twitter thing?
What? Oh, two things then. The Twitter thing first? You want the Twitter thing first, or do you want the other one first?
I just wanted to remind you so that you got it in. Because I'm very interested to know what the hell.
Well, but how did this start though? We were talking about something though.
You just mentioned the Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Well, this was in our female talk.
This is about size, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is about size of some sort.
Okay, so we're gonna bring it all the way back on around town.
Sorry. What the hell is his name? Safari or whatever the hell his name is. I don't know. He's famous, allegedly. I don't know if he was fucking around with Nicki Minaj or not. I think
I have an idea who you're talking about, but I cannot.
Okay,
remember.
well, his nudes and his sex tape got leaked on fucking Twitter. Honey.
I haven't heard much about that, but...
Like, you weren't working with a lot there. I mean, and I've been in that predicament. And
I was not ready for this.
Kind of sad.
At that point, you better be putting effort in.
Well,
from what no judgment to size.
From what I was told, he was like talking a big game. Like Melissa's mentioned in previous episodes how he was talking a big ass game and shit, and there's nothing to show for it. I'm like,
I laughed in his face. I felt bad, but then again, it's like, don't tell me one thing.
Don't talk yourself a big game if you don't have the shit to show.
Never mind.
I just realized that, like, since the last podcast, when we went to that place to celebrate Michael's birthday, that I found out that me and Melissa fucked the same guy.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Eskimo sisters.
Was it the one that you just saw the other day?
No.
Oh,
I was gonna say, did he get any better?
I know. Wait, hold on. Was it the one that worked for the department that you used to work for?
Yes.
The front desk?
Oh, I don't think Beth was in that conversation.
No, she must not have been.
Yeah, he worked at Barrelback, and yeah, we fucked in the church parking lot of Walloon in his car. And then I gave him one last try, and he came over to my house, and he did not want to leave. Like, he spent the night and tried going for round 2 in the morning, and I'm just like, I gotta go to work.
Gotta go.
But when we were celebrating Michael's party, I just realized that me and Melissa had like the same situation.
Eskimos.
Yeah. At the same time. It's similar to like during
around
like
the same time.
Like he had a girlfriend all throughout.
He had a girlfriend.
I'm like, does the girlfriend know?
Number one.
Like, that's the only thing that bothers me about that situation.
Can I say something? She didn't know shit. But can I say
she didn't know?
She did not know because she was living downstate in Detroit.
See, and that's what makes me feel bad because I didn't know that he had a girlfriend until afterwards, and he's like, yeah, I have a girlfriend, but I'm kind of just looking to fuck around. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, does she know? Like, I am that bitch. I'm like, if I ever ran into that hoe in the street, I'd be like, for one, beat my ass up. I am so sorry. 2, not shit, girl. You deserve better, and I'm so sorry.
Backtrack your ass on that. It's not. Wait. Number one, it's not beating your ass. It's beating his fucking ass.
Yeah. I just
because
feel
he's
bad.
the one that
like,
wanted to fuck
I
her
had a way to contact her and be like,
fault.
hey, do you know? Because like, I just had that happen to me right out. Like,
but you didn't know though.
Such a terrible situation.
Know.
It's one thing being aware, like, hey, we're in an open relationship. Do whatever you want. But if the bitch doesn't know, like, that is
okay.
So
if the
not
bitch
okay.
don't know, that is not okay. But it's not on you.
I know, but I still can't help but feel bad.
I would just
I
like to challenge that whole conversation, just on like, this might be like nitpicky and everything, but like, is it really if the bitch doesn't know? But like, can I challenge you to say like, if the other woman doesn't know?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
the
just
other
mad.
How is
She's
no,
not
how
a
is
bitch.
she the
but
bitch in this situation if
she's
doesn't
not.
know?
I'm just
She's
saying
a
that
third
in
party.
reference.
I get it and everything.
No,
Like, this is
that's
just one of
just-
those things that I get triggered with.
No, you're correct. I'm just using improper language.
Let's
no,
put the blame
there's
where it's
nothing
deserved.
against. That's why I said if a girl ran into me on the street ever, like she wanted to beat my ass, I'd be like, you know what? I'll give it to you because you're mad. You gotta take that anger out somewhere else, and if you can't beat his ass right now, you gotta beat someone's ass. I just feel
I
bad.
got good insurance,
like,
honey.
I just don't know her name. I don't know who she is. I don't know this woman, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. That isn't to go through that because I just went through that. Like that is not. It's not fair.
And it's like
It's not
not
fair.
with just one girl. Like you did it with another girl
I
on
literally
top of
like
that.
am so
And God
glad
knows
I'm
who
already
else.
sitting
And
down
who
for all of that
else.
because like what? Why is it that like
And then
whenever
she
you're
probably
here,
doesn't
Kaylee,
know, and then not
you're
having
bringing
that.
these stories, you or like you and other people, you're bringing these stories where it's like, what?
My life's a joke.
I guess I was just sheltered
I'm not even.
in different circumstances because like I am just like flabbergasted.
I'm not even out. I'm not even trying to be out here, but apparently my life is funny sometimes.
I'm not even
Oh, I
laughing.
have
I'm
a
just like
funny.
I am honestly just like floored by the dishonesty of these guys that are out there. Like I am not even just guys. I am floored by the dishonesty of the human race sometimes. Like it is not hard to be a good person at all. You have to put
Everyone
in
makes
the
mistakes
bare
too. Let's not forget
minimum
that. Like there
of
are mistakes to be
effort.
made, but
But then
how
you
you
get into all
handle
of these
those.
situations and it's like you could have tried this much to be a good person, this much, you guys. But instead you decided to invest all of this energy into being a garbage human, a dumpster fire.
Well, can I also? This is not. I mean, it's kind of on topic, but it's not. I mean, it is. But I also read a statistic that people that get married aren't necessarily married to their person; that they just settle for things.
That's what I'm terrified of. I want to get married, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Question.
I'm rather just not get
How do
married.
you guys feel about the whole concept? This is from How I Met Your Mother, by the way. How do you guys feel about the whole concept that in every relationship there is a reacher and a settler?
Explain.
Yes.
In every relationship, there is one person who is reaching for more than what they have, and there is one person that is settling for what they have.
Use this as an example, please, because I'm
Well,
still like.
so
a little
listen,
lost.
I
there
believe
was
that in an
an-
unhealthy
I
relationship setting. I believe
have
that, but
one
not
specific
in
mindset
everyone,
on it, but
maybe.
I'm just curious to see what the collective has to say.
I believe maybe if you have an unhealthy relationship, like that's like the standard is that you have a reacher and a settler. But I don't believe that to be the point for every like relationship necessarily.
A reacher isn't a bad.
No.
Explain this to me. I'm
I'd say the
clearly
relationships
lost.
that
Take the
we're
floor,
used to
Erienne.
seeing.
There was a guy on TikTok, I don't know his username or anything like that, but he was talking about a green line test, and it's similar to what they
I've
was saying.
seen this, but
And
never
it's
understood
one
this.
person like in your posed photos, and it's usually seen a lot like the guys, but they stand straight up. That would be your like your settler. And then there's whoever's posing next to them. There's always
Leaning
someone who
in.
leans in, so it goes like this.
Yeah.
And whoever's the leaner, that's the reacher. Like they're reaching for more, where the other person is settling for what they have.
Oh.
Maybe it's
heard
not
about
as much as they could have got. You know, like there's always those things where it's like, oh, you could have gotten someone so much prettier, so much nicer, so much like that's the reacher or that's the settler. They'd be like
toxic
they're
mindset
able
to
to get
have.
more.
I agree with you on that. I do, because I
Yeah.
think that actually at the core of it, you're always going to have different parts of your life that you bring to the table where it's like, I am lacking in this way and I think that you can help me grow with this, where it, like both people have that. Both people have things where the other person helps support them and guides them to become healthier. And it's a give and take thing, kind of like when you were talking about earlier, where like someone steps ahead or someone lags behind, but at the end of the day, you're still side by side. I think it goes right along that line of thought. But no, I just thought it was kind of like an interesting way to look at things.
Yeah.
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 So it looks like we might be running out of time here. So does anybody have anything else left
The
to say?
Twitter.
Can I just
The
say
Twitter? I already said about
Yeah.
Twitter.
Oh, that was what
I
it
have
was.
a-
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I
what
just
it
had to
was.
make sure.
Yeah,
I have
that's
a
what I
quick,
ahead,
funny
golden child.
menage.
Sorry,
Oh.
go ahead, Tatum. I'm sorry.
I'm the youngin.
I'm sorry, you're so quiet.
No, I thought I seen her.
Melissa has something to say also, but
Yeah.
go ahead, Tatum.
Oh, do you want to go first?
Go
Nope.
ahead.
Okay, I
I
have
kind of
a-
want to say something at the end.
Okay, I have a quick, funny menage shit story.
Oh God,
I'm interested.
So,
I'm here for
So-
this.
there was this one guy I was talking to and everything, and we were having a fun time, and he had like broken up with his girlfriend who was younger and everything, and so we started messing around, and we ended up sleeping together. And then like not even 2 weeks later, he goes back to his ex because she finally agreed to sleep with him. And I was like, all right, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, like blah blah blah. So then I go to a party like a week later. Bree knows this. I go to a party, and his like best friend, I literally go, oh, are you and this guy still friends? He goes, my brother? You mean my brother? And I was like, yeah. I was like, did he tell you anything? He goes, oh, he told me everything about how you took his virginity, blah blah blah. I was like, I took his virginity? That I did that? He's
she
like,
goes, I did that?
And my best friend was with me, and we both just started cackling, laughing as hard as we fucking could. And he has the audacity to be like, well, I don't know if it actually was. I'm like, no, bitch, you already fucking said it.
Not
like,
know?
I was like, no, you already said it. I took his fucking virginity. You're his brother, right? Sorry. And it was just the funniest shit. So now I'm like, so you just wanted to sleep with someone so you weren't a virgin anymore and had experience to go back to your ex so she would finally fucking sleep with you.
That's fucked.
Have fun with that, because
That's fucked.
she was religious
Do
as
not
fuck.
know.
So actually, I got a similar story.
I
I
was gonna
can't say
say,
it.
there's
I can't
too
say
many
it. I
stories
can't say
like
it.
that.
Anyway, Melissa, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I'm stretching. That
Good
was a lot.
morning.
Thanks. I know I haven't talked a lot.
Little sunshine.
But just to end this on a good note, I know this episode was mostly about shitting on men. And, like, we're all for it. But I just want to say, if you're a guy out there watching or whatever, we still support you guys, because at the end of the day, everyone is going through something, and you never know what that other person's going through.
And that's why I tried to reference not just
yeah,
men.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's people in general.
Exactly. So it's not,
People
I
ain't
feel like,
shit.
yeah, and just in general, but we can't forget that men's mental health matters too.
Oh, yeah,
That is
they're
very
the
true.
leading, like,
So I just wanted to
for
add
suicide.
that. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this, and I feel like this is a good way to kind of end it and be like, you know, even though they're not shit, everyone's going through something. And you got to always remember that it's not always about just one person's mental health. It's about everyone's.
There's two sides to every story.
Exactly.
Like, put yourself first, but also be considerate of
Yes.
what others are going through, and like, don't be a piece of shit.
General
Exactly.
PSA to
Like,
everybody,
just be
to
a
the
nice
collective.
person.
Exactly.
If you guys want to exist as a human being, just be a good person.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Like, you're gonna run into trouble, and there's gonna be like situations that are gonna try to like turn you, but just continue on that road, and good things are gonna come your way.
Exactly.
You do you, boo boo.
We are all
And
in
on that
this
note,
together.
We're out.
we are the fuck out.
This has been
Whispers for Dad.
I gotta poop.
Tune in next time to find out how it goes.
Bye.
Bye.
But now you just get to listen. Now you just get to listen to the sweet, sweet sound of Mommy's voice.
Okay, anyway.
Night, night, little podcast. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're gonna end the episode. So, see ya next time.
Cut the camera.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.